Meet Nick and Justine Davis. Their family's getting larger, so they need a new home. But they didn't want to move into just any home. They wanted to make sure it was energy efficient, and the best way to do that is build it.
Why is it important for you two to be green?
Well, there are two reasons why we wanted to be green. The first one was we wanted to save money. We don't want to spend money on heat that's just being sent out the window. And secondly, we wanted to do what we felt was best for the environment. And we felt that if we could do both those things at the same time, we would happily do so.
Now, there's a lot of things you can do in a home to make it perform better, and you chose some specific upgrades. Talk about those upgrades that you have here in your house.
So we have insulation on the outside of the foundation of the home, which helps control the heat flow in and out of the house in the heat in the summer and the winter time. But my favorite feature are these bathroom fans that are on a timer system, and you can control just by pushing a button, turning the fan off after 5 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever you would like. In our previous home, the bathroom fans didn't have a timer on them, and I either wouldn't turn them on because I was afraid that if I turned it on, I would forget about it, and so the bathroom would be very moist then and very unpleasant, or I would turn the bathroom fan on and I would forget about it, and I would come back an hour or 2 hours later having pulled a lot of nice warm heat out of the house and having wasted energy on the electric fan for 2 hours. So we really like that feature a lot.
Let's talk about the costs that come with really being energy efficient in your building and your thought process.
So initially, we were concerned when we saw all these great green features that were added into the home. We thought it would cost us a lot more money to do it. But when we investigated with other builders and other technologies that weren't certified as being environmentally friendly, we found out that it didn't cost us any more to do what was right and what would lower our bills. And so we have a furnace that's very energy efficient and quiet for the same price as a furnace of lower efficiency. Our air conditioner, incredibly efficient and quiet, with an equally long 10-year warranty on it, and didn't cost us any more. So what we really appreciate was the builder went out and researched these technologies for us. They found what were the best and then suggested those to us.
And you have in here, you have dual zone heating and cooling. In terms of how does that play into keeping the house comfortable yet energy efficient?
I think it's one of my favorite features of the new house. Our heating bills, we can keep it warm down here during the summer and cool upstairs where we sleep and we like it cool. And our energy bills have been the same in our old house, and this one's quite a bit bigger.
But let's talk a little bit about the process. What kind of homeowners were you? I mean, a lot of people are really involved with their builder and they like to, be a part of the entire process. And then there are others that are kind of more hands-off.
Well, what we liked,
very hands-on.
Yeah, I was very hands-on, and what we liked about that process is that with our builder, it was good either way. They invited us to ask as many questions as we wanted during the building process, and we did. And our building manager, Dave Everett, would answer the questions for us, and on the rare occasion where he didn't know the answer, he would research the answer with specialists and come back to us the next day with a satisfactory response for us. When I was curious about how some of these energy-efficient technologies were implemented, Dave was more than happy to come out to the house as many times as I asked him to meet with me and show me and explain to me how they were doing things, so it wasn't just a line on a piece of paper. Now, we have neighbors who weren't nearly as involved with the process, but interestingly, their home turned out to have just as much attention to detail and be just as energy efficient as ours. So either way, I think you come out ahead.
It's important to find the right builder when you want to create a super efficient home from the bottom up. You may be fine with just seeing plans, but it's helpful to find a builder that can show you exactly what you're getting. Utility programs like Focus on Energy in Wisconsin and Alliant Energy's dealer locator in Iowa can help you find an energy smart builder. Before they broke ground on their house, the Davis family met with their builder team, and that's who we're meeting with right now. Dave Everett from Veridian Homes joins us. And Dave, walking around your showroom, I see lots of great options. So where do you start?
Where we start at Veridian Homes is with our new home specialist. The new home specialist educates the homeowner on all the different components that go in and out of the house. The most exciting things are the granite tops and the lovely flooring and that kind of thing. But they also focus on energy or the energy efficiency components of our homes.
So how do they find a builder that will do the kinds of things that you do? Or if they've already selected their builder, how do they know that they're in fact going to deliver a home that will focus on energy efficiency?
Great question. Our program requires a third-party inspection. And so there's 3 different times that the independent energy specialist goes through the home and certifies that it is being built per the specifications. Then the home buyer knows that they're getting what they're paying for.
As you zero in even more in terms of for that new homeowner, key things that you want to make sure that that new homeowner is getting in that house?
One thing that I'm most excited about is the Corbon insulation in the floor system. Years ago, we used to, and it was the best practices, we used to pack batt insulation into that cavity space that was directly exposed to the outside cold. In the basement, it's usually higher humidity. With that humidity in the basement, if that batt insulation does not stop the moisture from the inside, it will have a tendency to condensate on the back side of that floor structure. So now with the Corbon closed cell insulation, it stops that moisture and protects that wood and insulates it, seals off more air than it ever did before, and really, to me, from my experience, is one of the key components that we offer.
Does that make building a green home more affordable nowadays than it did, say, 10 years ago?
Absolutely. As we make more of a commitment to that energy efficiency, and it almost becomes a reflex that we're committed to the program. We work with our trade partners, they buy into it, it makes sense, it's the right thing to do. That's when you get those quantities or those efficiencies in numbers to make it more economical than it would have been in years prior.
Dave, thanks a lot of great information. Now let's head out to the home site and see all this put in place.